Monica. You're gonna lead us in front?
Easy.
Madam President, at this time, everyone from the waiting room is brought into the meeting and we are recording.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I'd like to call the meeting of the City of Tonawanda Council to order at 6:41 PM. Please call the roll.
Lulanich.
Here.
Nocera.
Here.
Rautenstrau.
Here.
Mylum.
Here.
Cook.
Here, please stand for the pledge led by Councilwoman Monica Lalange.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Dear Lord, let's have a moment of silence and humble reflection of gratitude for the blessings that have been bestowed upon us individually and our community, along with the silence, remembrance, and support of all those who have experienced loss and brokenness this past year. Light in the darkness, the hope and the reason for the season. Help us light up the community in word and deed, and with awesome, respectful, empathetic, smart, wise, and compassionate leadership. Light in the darkness, help us be the beacons of light wherever we may be and serve a greater love. And from Charlie Brown's Christmas, dear Lord, paraphrasing Linus with his dusty, dirty blanket as he recited the angel of the Lord and saying, "And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be all people, all inclusive. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord, and this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger." And suddenly there was with an angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men." That's what Christmas is about, Charlie Brown. The light of the world, that's what the season is about, Tonawanda. Which much love we pray. Amen. You may be seated. So thank you for joining us this evening. You get to witness a swearing in of two council members who were reelected and will resume their duties the first week of January for their council terms. So I'd like to call up Judge Lilac to administer the oath to Councilmember Sean Rautenstrau and his beautiful wife, Jill.
Is that okay if we get this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Need a picture from
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Sean, facing the left hand, I'm gonna do 5 more raise the right hand. Actually, yes.
That makes better sense too.
That looks better. Okay, raising your right hand. I, please state your name.
I, Sean Rautenstrau,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Code of Ordinances, and the Charter of the City of Tonawanda,
the Code of Ordinances, and the Charter of the State of Tonawanda,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Third Ward Council Member
of the office of Third Ward Council Member
of the City of Tonawanda
of the City of Tonawanda,
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Yep, taken care of. Thank you. You may be seated.
At this time, I'd like to call up Councilmember Dave Mylum, the Fourth Ward.
It's especially nice for me too, because Sean is my dear friend and neighbor, and Dave I have known since 4th grade. And we really became really super best friends in junior high and been friends ever since. This is a special occasion for my first class. Thanks. With that, Dave, please raise your right hand. I, please state your name. I, Dave Mylum, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
That I will support the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of New York,
Constitution of the State of New York,
the Code of Ordinances and Charter of the City of Tonawanda,
the Code of Ordinances and Charter of the City of Tonawanda,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Fourth Ward Council Member
of the office of Fourth Ward Council Member
of the City of Tonawanda
of the City of Tonawanda,
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Balance of your time, Billy. I thought so. In here?
Yeah.
What time is it?
Got signed so.
Oh, he's not coming till 7. Need to see all the extra times. Oh. Do the record.
But after that.
Sure. Nice to-
Okay. We'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you need time to go back to your office before I?
All right, at this time, I'd like to turn it over to the mayor for his Veteran of the Month presentation.
Thank you, Madam President. It's my honor to do this once a month, which is the third Tuesday of every month, to honor the servicemen and women who served our country. David Sharp honorably served our country in the U.S. Air Force from October 1st of 1965 until December 24th of 68. Was stationed at McCord Air Force Base in Tacoma, Washington. Sergeant David Sharp spent 11 months and 27 days overseas in South Vietnam and specialized in electronic repair. And he turned 21 when he was stationed in Vietnam. During his time of service, he received the following awards: the Small Arms Expert Marksmanship Award, National Defense Service Medal Award, the Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal, and also the Vietnam Service Medal. In 1969, in November, David married his high school sweetheart, Cecilia, and they raised their children in the city of Tonawanda. Dave is a member of the VVA, Chapter 77 in the city of Tonawanda, which is the longest VVA chapter and the largest in New York State. Dave and his wife have been active members of the St. Francis of Assisi Church in the city of Tonawanda for many years. Dave also was a trustee for the parish for 16 years and retired from the position in 2021. This time, I want to say thank you, David, for your honorable service to your country, your commitment to the country, and your commitment and service to the city of Tonawanda. So, David, if you would please come on up. Okay, we're gonna give David a couple of them. One is gonna be to David and his family, which is this one here. The other one, which will serve out front for a solid month out front as you walk in, it'll be the one to the right, representing and honoring our Vietnam Veteran of the Month. So this one I will keep, David, and this one goes to you and your family. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Take a look at my eye.
Everybody who's with David, please come on up. David, want to get a group photo with his family friends?
All got through today. Yeah.
Don't stand to the back, sir.
Yes. Right on. Plenty of room, we'll squeeze everybody in. Oh, come on. Ready to go. All guys in the front.
Spell David and John. Thank you again, David. Thank you for your service. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas. Nice seeing you.
Hey, good, good. You? Somebody trying to tell me something? There you go, Jen, it's on you.
Okay. Okay. So not on our agenda this evening. We actually have several council members whose last meeting is this evening. And the mayor and I have a certificate of appreciation for the both of you for your service. So I want to turn it over to the mayor for Mrs. Monica Lalanich.
Monica. We've put these together because we want to thank you for your service. Let me read it to you out loud. Certificate of recognition from the city of Tonawanda presented to Monica Lalanich. In recognition of your dedicated service as a council member of the first board of the city of Tonawanda from February 5th, 2022, to be exact, all the way to December 31st, 2023. We want to say thank you. So Monica.
Monica, you can come on up, we'll get a photo. Thank you so much. And Councilman Nocera.
Okay, next one is my one friend Carl. I want to thank him for his service. If I wanted input, I always got it from both Carl and Monica. And I just wanted to say thank you because they have a silent council person is not good for the council or for the city. You both had a lot of input. We want to say thank you. So another certificate of recognition from the city of Tonawanda presented to Carl Nocera in recognition of your dedicated service to the Common Council of the Second Ward in the city of Tonawanda from January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2023. Carl?
Okay.
Thanks.
Can you show off your certificate?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Here's your envelope.
Do you have the right one?
I will,
We've
I hope that I
done
can.
that before. Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Mayor. All right. So we have a public hearing scheduled at 7 PM. If I saw the developer here. I believe he's here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take any comments or questions on the resolutions. Communications from the mayor have been ordered and filed. Communications from city officials and correspondents have also been ordered and filed. Are there any comments or questions on the resolution? I'm gonna call the public hearing exactly at 7 because that's when I published it. So any comments or questions on the resolutions? Nobody? Mr. Clerk, anyone joining us virtually wish to make a comment on the resolutions?
Madam President, at this time, I do not show anyone on the Zoom call looking to make any comments on the resolutions at this time.
All right. And what I'm gonna do, 'cause we have a few minutes, we'll go forward with some of the resolutions and we'll come back to the public hearing. Sound good to everybody? All right. All right. Good. All right, let's proceed, Mr. Clerk.
Resolution number 1 by the council, seconded by the council. Resolved that the common council minutes from December 5th, 2023 be accepted as filed.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Malanich,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Madam President,
Re-
Rautenstrau.
I'd like to make a motion to have our city clerk off the book at this past last meeting and waive readings.
Mr. Clerk, I have a motion on the floor to waive readings 2 through 11. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Mylum. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Malanich,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare waiving of the resolutions 2 through 11. Resolution number 2.
Resolution number 2 by Councilmember Nocera.
Do we have a second? Seconded by Mr. Mylum. Comments or questions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Malanich,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 3 by Councilmember Nocera.
Do we have a second? Seconded by Mrs. Lalanich. Comments or questions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Malanich,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 4 by Councilmember Nocera.
Do we have a second? Seconded by Mrs. Lalanich. Comments or questions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Malanich,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 5 by the council, seconded by the council.
Comments or questions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Malanich,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 6 by Councilmember Mylum.
I'll second. Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Malanich,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 7 by the council, seconded by the council.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Malanich,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 8 by the council, seconded by the council.
Comments or questions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Malatch,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 9 by the council, seconded by the council.
Comments or questions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Malatch,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 10 by the council, seconded by the council.
Comments or questions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Malatch,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 11 by the council, seconded by the council.
Comments or questions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Malatch,
Aye.
Nocera,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted. At this time, I'd like the clerk to read the public hearing notice regarding the rezoning application of 218 Young Street.
Thank you, Madam President. Notice of public hearing. Public hearing is December 19th, 2023, 7 p.m. Located at Tonawanda City Hall Council Chambers, 200 Niagara Street, Tonawanda, New York, 14150. Applicant is Peter T. Giuliano, 546 Linden Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14216. Property description is 218 Young Street, Tonawanda, New York, 14150. SBL number 39.62-4-17. The rezoning request to rezone the property located at 218 Young Street, currently zoned RC, residential restricted business, to zoning classification C1, neighborhood shopping district. The purpose of the rezoning is to allow for the property to be a mixed-use building for commercial and retail space.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Is Mr. Giuliano here? Okay, perfect. Mr. Giuliano, if you just want to come forward. And then we'll have our public hearing. Are there any comments or questions on the rezoning application of 218 Young Street? If you're joining us in person, please approach the microphone. If you're joining us virtually, there's a spot for you to raise your hand. Please do so and the clerk will call upon you. Any comments or questions on the rezoning of 218 Young Street? It's currently zoned in R2 residential restricted business. The application is the proposal is to rezone it to a C1 neighborhood shopping district. Any comments or questions on the rezoning application? Mr. Clerk, any resident joining us virtually who has a question on the public hearing for the rezoning application of 218 Young Street?
Madam President, at this time, I do not show anyone in the Zoom call looking to make any comments at this time.
I have to ask a third time. Any other comments or questions on the rezoning application for 218 Young Street? Mr. Clerk, anyone who's joining us virtually wish to ask a question or make a comment on the rezoning application for 218 Young Street?
Again, Madam President, at this time, no one on the Zoom call looking to make any comments on the rezoning application.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Clerk. I declare the public hearing closed. Thank you. Okay, at this time, we'll now take comments by the public following the resolutions. For those that are joining us in person, please approach the microphone. For those that are joining us virtually, there is a spot for you to raise your hand. Please do so and the clerk will call upon you. Mr. Clerk, we have a comment on the floor.
Simply to Walton Revenue, I'd like to take this time to thank Councilmember Nocera and Councilmember Milanovic for their service. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure working with you in the past 2 years. And also, I'd like to thank our city clerk. It's his last chance, and there's no retribution. It's been a super expialidocious experience for the past 6 years. And Lynn, I want that spelled correctly. So we got that down. Again, it's been a pleasure working since 2018 with my 5 minutes on the council with the city clerk. And it's been fun to work with you, and I look forward to the committees that you'll be serving on, I'm sure, and your activity in the city. So, and thank you all for your service on the council.
Thank you, Mr. Reese. Any other comments or questions?
She gonna take all that out.
All right. Mr. Clerk, any resident who wish to address the council?
Madam President, at this time, I do not show anyone on the Zoom call looking to make any comments at this time.
All right, Mr. Mylum, you're up.
Get this right, make the text big enough to see it.
Madam President, can we have the microphone closer to Dave, please?
Thank you. Okay, so I know it was on our agenda tonight, but I would also like to extend the council congratulations to Captain Doug Sprague, being named firefighter of the year, and Lieutenant Levy for being a police officer. It's great that those awards are given, so congratulations. Monica, the city of Town owes you and your entire family a debt of gratitude for your service. So I'd like to personally thank you for every interaction that we've had over the past 15 years. Most recently, I appreciate our little chats prior to each meeting. It seems every time that we speak, I always walk away with some sort of life lesson, whether it's how to approach a problem or how to leave one behind. I would really just like to say how much of a pleasure working with you, having you here, and you certainly are going to be missed. I hope our paths cross again somewhere again soon. I know it's not going to be soccer today. Carl, I'd like to thank you too. It's kind of funny when I heard that Carl Nocera was going to be running for office. My first thought was, I wonder if he's related to Karen. Maybe he's some brother or something. Come to find out, all the stories I heard Karen say in the office in the morning at Fletcher School about Sonny turned out to be you. So some of those were good stories, some were probably the better ones.
Probably the good ones.
It was absolutely been a pleasure to work with you. And your integrity, tenacity, common sense is going to be used both by residents and this body. And last but not least, Jim, I can't see you, so I don't. Recently, you were described to me as one of the nicest guys in the world, or actually the nicest guy in the world. And after working with you for the past 6 years, I think that that description is exactly accurate. You're a calming voice of reason, and you'll be dearly missed in the front office of the city hall and here with us. My wish for you is that you and Melissa enjoy a very long and healthy and happy retirement. It's just not going to be the same reading the minutes without you here. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mylum. Mr. Rautenstrau.
Thank you, Madam President. Be said, kind of reiterate a lot of things Dave said. Starting with, it really has been a pleasure. Congratulations, and to be proud of your service here to our city and on the council. Monica, you've always, it's great to have fresh eyes and a different perspective on things. And I feel like I've learned a lot over the past couple of years from you. And Carol, likewise, I think you brought a lot of wisdom to the table, and I've really enjoyed getting to know you and learning from you as well. So thank you both very much for your service here. It's been a pleasure. To our city clerk, Jim Casso. It truly has been a pleasure. It's wonderful to have had you as a neighbor. share time with you on our local Democratic Committee and to work with you here on the council. I've been lucky to work with you over the past 3 terms. When I first did come on the council back in 16, we lost Jen Spoke. I felt a little left out to not be a part of that history of somebody serving in the clerk's office that I've heard so much about. We did lose a lot of history. It's been great to connect with something new and learn a lot from them as well. So thank you, and I wish you well in your retirement and look forward to seeing you around. Beyond that, I just want to say thank you to Mr. Sharp for your service. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. I hope everybody enjoys the holidays and has a wonderful new year. And I look forward to serving another term. Just in regards to that, I just want to say thank you for the voters of the Third Ward for having the confidence to vote me back here in office. I hope I continue to do right by you and continue to earn that trust. It's been an honor doing it, and I look forward to the next 2 years too, and working with our oncoming council. So that is pretty much it.
Thank you, Mr. Rounstrau. Mr. Nocera.
Thank you, Madam President, Mayor, Sean, David, Monica. It's been an absolute pleasure for the past 2 years. Congratulations to David Sharp, our Veteran of the Month. Welcome home, of course. Just some random thoughts and notes. I wanted to get them out there. Thank you to my family and friends who stayed with me, my team who gave me many hours of support, my treasurer, Mike Seal, and his wife, Mary, who hosted 2 meet and greets for me over the past couple of years. My 2 years on the council was very fulfilling for myself, helping my 2nd ward and the entire city, taxpayers, citizens, my neighbors, my close friends, some relatives sprinkled in there. Thank you to all the department heads, and along with their teams, they deliver first-class service to our city, and make no mistake about it. Our first responders, police, fire, our DPW, our folks in the clerk's office, everybody. They are well loved by myself, my family, my neighbors. We cannot say enough about the quality of the care that we receive, the critical training that we continue to allow them to take with them, so that then when they respond to a call for service, for help, you can be assured that the citizens in this city are receiving the best, the absolute best care, with compassion all the way down from the top to bottom, from our dispatchers who take that call with a calming voice that could deliver at least a message. Help is on the way, folks. And usually before they even hang up, they could hear the sirens and the lights are already lighting up their street, which is very reassuring. We don't see that in a lot of communities throughout New York State, much less our nation. So we're very fortunate to live here in the city of Tonawanda. We're blessed with dedicated personnel who put it every day. They put that uniform on, or they get in their truck, sanitation, plow our streets, curb to curb after a snow event. We're open before many communities even dream of being open. So I want to hats off to you, department heads, all of your subordinates, your secretarial staff, everybody who comes along with you. It's the best. And I always say that we should pay the people that we depend on for our lives, like our lives depend upon it. So thanks again for all that. Our volunteer groups that help keep our city running with their voluntary time, the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Kiwanis Club, Fire Department, volunteer members, youth groups, our City of Tonawanda Neighbors United, Lions Club, Elks, Friends of the Library, Knights of Columbus, church groups who hold food pantries, clothes pantries. We're just so blessed that we have community groups, action groups, our newly minted homeless group, Action Group. They're doing wonderful work. They were just recognized with a wonderful award, but they're not doing it for awards. They're not doing it for pats on the back. They're doing it because we have a need for unhomed folks in our community, which is a shame. And they should be recognized all the time for all that help. Thank you so much to our small business owners who continue to make the city of Tonawanda a home for their businesses. Some are moving in, some are moving out, some are growing, some are expanding. But I want to thank them very much for at least considering having the city of Tonawanda their home. Mayor White, who's really supporting my campaign, I can't thank you enough for that. And just going on, I wish the best for the city 2024, 26 and further. We did our best as a council. We worked very well together, hand in hand. We did have some disagreements and we certainly worked through those, because when we sit down at these tables, folks, we don't have a political affiliation. We put that all aside, and we always should, because the business of the city is the most important thing that we could give to you after you had voted us in as your elected representatives. And so thank you for everybody. It was a marvelous 2 years. I've had a lot of offers to do some other things, and I'm just going to explore those opportunities for right now. But once again, thank you for what you've given me. Thanks again.
How can you top that?
Go ahead.
Mrs. Lanich.
Okay, that was awesome, Carl. And, okay, selfishly, this was a phenomenal learning experience. As a former teacher, and I am an advocate for lifelong learning. And this was just an amazing opportunity for me to learn. And I want to encourage, I know I've said it on a few other occasions, but I encourage anyone that thinks that there's a place for anybody that's interested to have an opportunity to sit in these big chairs and be part of this body. It's phenomenal. I didn't know what I didn't know. And now I feel after 2 years, I know a little bit more that I don't know enough. It's amazing. So just thank y'all. You made these 2 years a really, really valuable, rewarding experience, personally, professionally, and all. Yeah, it's just super cool. And I want to echo Carl's sentiments. I knew it from being the wife of a city employee that we had top-notch employees in our community. And then I knew it firsthand when I worked here in City Hall for 7 years that we have top-notch professional people at every level in all of our departments. And sitting from this viewpoint, it just made it even more apparent that we are truly blessed in our little tiny city. So just thank you. Thank you for all that you do, each of our departments. It's just, you're the reason why we live here and choose this place, especially in our retirement when we don't have to live in the city of Tonawanda. So we still choose to live here in the city of Tonawanda. But thank y'all so much, and just continue to be safe, and just continue to keep showing up for each other. So thank y'all. Have a great holiday.
Mayor?
Thank you, Madam President. David Sharp, I just want to say welcome home and thank you for your service to both our country and our community. Carl and Monica, what an experience, huh? You know, it's the same as me. You started almost when I did, and it's interesting. But the one thing I say about this, we are a low-income community. We really are, but we have the biggest hearts. And I can't say that enough because it's true with everything I've been working with in the city of Tonawanda, and I get to do it again, just in a bigger, as you said, a bigger chair. I hope you weren't picking on us, but you said there's bigger chairs up there. So they're not for a reason, but they're bigger chairs. But they are for a reason, and we chose to do it. And I think that's I'd like to thank you both for that. Both of you thanking you both from the bottom of my heart for your service and commitment to the city of Tonawanda. You did it with passion. You did it with professionalism, and you did it often. And I just want to say thank you and God bless and any endeavors you do, and I wish you the best. And with Jim Casso, I got to know Jim a little bit better because I get to work with him every day. Jim, I know you can hear me. Jim has been a pleasure because Jim wasn't political. Jim was quiet. Jim didn't bother anybody. Jim did his job. Jim did his job every day, and Jim did it without any arguments, and Jim didn't cause any stir anywhere. But I just want to say thank you, Jim, for being Jim. And I wish you the best in your retirement with you and your wife, and be safe, my friend.
Thank you, Mayor. I too would like to echo the same sentiments. Congratulations to Mr. Sharp. Welcome home. Thank you for your years of service to your country and community. I'd also like to congratulate council members Dave Milam and Sean Rautenstrau, who took their oath of offices today. And I look forward to working with you both during our term together. As many of you know, tonight's our last session of the Common Council for the year. And I'm sending my sincere thank yous to Councilwoman Monica Lalanich, Councilman Carl Nocera, and our city clerk, Jim Casso. I want to thank the three of you for all that you brought to our table. You brought your time, talents, and treasures to the city in the positions that you served. Thank you to the Lalanich, Nocera, and Casso families as well. I know each of you sacrificed a lot so your loved ones could join us on the council, so thank you. Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." And our group is thoughtful, and we were always committed to doing the right thing. Before this evening, I spent some time researching our city history, and I want to thank our city historian, Skip Johnson, for providing me with some historical facts. Having only sat up here for 10 years of our 120-year history, I want to thank him for taking me down memory lane in the city of Tonawanda. Our city was incorporated in 1903, and there have been many individuals who have sat and earned sat in these chairs. Sometimes they're not comfortable, okay? And who earned the title of alderman and councilman in our community. And they all had the same mission. They wanted to give back to their community. Now, many of you know that Councilwoman Lalanich joined our Common Council in February of 2022 after the death of our friend, Councilman Tom Newman. What many of you don't know is the day that Councilman Tom Newman passed away, Monica and I were meeting a few hours before he had passed away to talk about civil service. If you ever get a chance to talk to Monica, she is so well-versed in civil service. I have learned so much from her. I think during that meeting, I cried a majority of the time, and she looked at me and said, "You know what, maybe we can pause this. Civil service is not that important, and we'll regroup." And shortly after Councilman Tom Newman passed away, Monica stepped up, and she served at a time when our city was grieving the loss of our councilman and friend. So thank you, Monica, from the bottom of my heart. I am forever grateful to Councilman Nocera and Mayor White for supporting her resolution. Monica has taught me and all of us so much during her tenure on the council. I'm honored to call her a friend and a confidant. And it was truly an honor to work with Councilwoman Lalanich, who brought an incredible wealth of knowledge to our council. You know, many times it would be 5:55 and we'd be getting ready to call our meeting to order. And we look around the table and Councilwoman Lalanich isn't here yet. So I call her, "Are you on your way?" And from Walter Street, she made it here in 3 minutes. So thank you, Monica. She'd be at the dinner table and I'll be right there. So I certainly hope you stay involved in our community. And as Councilman Milam said, I hope our paths cross again. She took her liaison assignments extremely seriously. And I think that was her favorite part of her role as council member. She had a remarkable working relationship with Mandy and oftentimes resolved any issues or concerns before it reached our desk. Thank you for your love, dedication, and service. I can't thank you enough for answering our call to serve. I know it wasn't an easy road, And I hope I was a mentor to you during your time on the council. And I just want you to know that you made a positive impact on me and so many others. So thank you, Monica. Councilman Nocera, he's always sat to the right of me when he joined the Common Council in 2022. And Councilman Nocera's first gift to me, I don't know if you remember this, was a pack of gum. So I said, are you telling me something here? But during every meeting, he'd offer me a pack of gum. And I just want to thank him for that. I always brush my teeth before the meeting, but I'm always thankful for his clock management and keeping me in check. He would always give me a nudge if maybe I was going in a direction I may regret, or if a resident was nearing their time. Yeah, so I thank Councilman Nocera. And he was a fierce advocate for the fire department. And like Councilman Nocera, he joined our Common Council at a time when his friend had recently passed away. Him and Councilman Tom Newman, they were buddies on the campaign trail, and they were friends in the community. And I know that was hard for him, and we had many conversations about that. But he did a great job remembering his legacy. He always advocated for the fire department. If I had a question about something, I'd call him up and I'd say, Carl, this doesn't make sense to me. And in Carl's version, he would tell me, I'm wrong, he's right, and this is why. And I really appreciated that. I learned a lot about the operations of the fire department through Councilman Nocera. And Councilman Nocera has dedicated his entire life to service in his community. He served the Delaware Host for over 30 years. His passion, love, and dedication is evident in every role that he serves. I want to thank you, Carl, for all that you do for the city of Tonawanda. We were so lucky to have you on our council, and I hope you stay involved in the COT. And, you know, it's funny because I reminisce about Councilman Nocera and I's time together. And when he had joined the council, obviously we record these council meetings, and he would watch the videos on YouTube, and he would call me and he would say, you know what, you slouch, or your body language. So I learned so much about body language from Councilman Nocera. So I want to thank you for that. So thank you, Carl. Mr. Casal. So Jim has been a staple in our city clerk's office since 2018. And prior to that, Jim served as a council member. I want to thank Jim for his service to our community as council member and as city clerk. You have a well-deserved retirement, my friend, and you are a valuable asset to our community. I want to thank you for your years of advice that you gave me, and you never steered me wrong. You will be deeply missed by me and everyone on this council. Please stay close to us. Don't block my phone number yet. And may your retirement be long, healthy, and filled with lots of memories. With that said, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn our meeting. I wish you all a very happy and healthy holiday and Merry Christmas. Do I have a second? Seconded by Mr. Nocera. All those in favor?
Aye.
Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.
That concludes the meeting this evening. The next council meeting will be on Wednesday, January 3rd. Again, the next meeting will be on Wednesday, January 3rd. Have a great holiday and a good new year.
I'm just wondering.
That's a family gift from my uncle.